The golden lights of the five-star hotel shimmered against the glass facade, reflecting the night's elegance. Inside the lobby, polished marble floors gleamed under chandeliers, and soft piano music floated through the air. Daniel entered with confident strides, his arm casually resting around the waist of a younger woman in a red dress. Her laughter was light, practiced, the kind that drew eyes without effort. They looked like any other wealthy couple arriving for an evening of indulgence, but Daniel's heart beat faster than he wanted to admit. This wasn't his first secret meeting, but tonight, something in the air felt heavier, sharper, as though fate itself waited in the shadows. He checked in under a false name, his voice calm and assured. The receptionist, unaware of the deception, smiled warmly and handed him the keycard. "Welcome back, Mr. Donovan," she said. Daniel returned the smile, though his fingers tightened slightly around the card. As they entered the elevator, the woman beside him, her name was Chloe, leaned close, whispering, "You're awfully tense tonight. Are you worried someone will see us?" He smirked, forcing ease into his tone. "No one I know comes here. Besides, this is one of the most exclusive hotels in the city." She laughed again, trusting him, while he silently prayed his confidence wasn't misplaced. The elevator chimed softly, and they stepped into a hallway lined with gold-framed art and scented with expensive perfume. Daniel opened the suite door, revealing a room bathed in warm light, silk curtains, champagne on ice, and a view of the city that seemed to stretch forever. Chloe walked toward the window, admiring the skyline, while Daniel poured 2 glasses. For a brief moment, he let himself breathe. His wife, Eleanor, was out of town, or so he believed. She was the pillar of grace, intelligent and poised, far too good for a man like him. He told himself she'd never find out, that tonight was harmless. Lies came easy to him now, though each one left a faint, bitter taste. He was raising his glass when the suite door suddenly opened. He froze. Only one person had a key besides the staff. The air shifted, and in the doorway stood Eleanor, not in travel clothes, but in a tailored white suit, her posture steady, her expression calm yet cutting. Chloe gasped, stepping back in confusion. Daniel's face drained of color as the truth struck him like lightning. "Eleanor, what, how?" She raised a hand, stopping his words cold. "I thought I'd personally inspect my new property," she said evenly. "I finalized the purchase this morning. Imagine my surprise when I found your name, well, your alias, on the reservation list." Daniel's mind spun, his lies unraveling faster than he could grasp them. The room that had felt so warm now seemed suffocating. Eleanor's gaze didn't waver. "I bought this hotel for business," she said softly, "but tonight, I think I've acquired something even more valuable, the truth." Daniel's throat tightened as he stood frozen, the glass slipping from his trembling hand and shattering on the marble floor. Champagne splashed across his shoes, but he barely noticed. His eyes darted between Eleanor and Chloe, his mind spinning in disbelief. "Eleanor, please, I can explain," he began, his voice cracking. But she simply stared at him, her expression unreadable, calm, poised, the same composure she'd always carried, but now laced with a quiet, devastating power. Chloe took a hesitant step back, her voice a whisper. "Daniel, what's happening?" He didn't answer, he couldn't. The walls of lies he'd built over the years were collapsing, brick by brick, under the weight of Eleanor's steady gaze. She walked into the suite slowly, every step deliberate, her heels clicking against the marble with chilling precision. "You always liked this place, didn't you?" she said softly. "You told me once it was your escape. I just didn't realize you meant it so literally." He swallowed hard, guilt and panic flooding through him. "Eleanor, it was a mistake." A mistake," she interrupted, her tone calm but razor sharp. "You checked in under a false name. You paid in cash. You planned this." Her eyes flicked toward Chloe, who now stood near the door, clutching her purse tightly, her face pale. "Miss, I suggest you leave. You've been deceived as well, I'm sure." Chloe nodded quickly, tears in her eyes, and hurried out, the door clicking softly behind her. Silence filled the room. Daniel's breath came shallow, his shoulders sagging. "Eleanor, I don't know what to say," he muttered. She moved toward the window, gazing out at the city lights, her reflection shining in the glass. "Say the truth," she replied. "Just once." Her voice wasn't angry, it was tired. Wounded. The tone of someone who had already endured too much. "I never wanted to hurt you," he whispered, his voice trembling. It just happened." She turned, eyes glistening under the chandelier's light. "Things like this don't just happen, Daniel. Choices do. She stepped closer, and for the first time, he saw not just the woman he betrayed, but the one who had built him, supported him, believed in him. And now, she was the one dismantling everything he thought he controlled. I came here tonight to oversee my new acquisition, she said softly. But it seems the universe wanted me to reclaim something more, my dignity. She reached into her bag, pulling out a thin envelope, and placed it on the table between them. Those are the papers. You've lost far more than this hotel tonight. Daniel stared at the envelope, his hands trembling. Eleanor looked at him one last time, her voice quiet but resolute. You built your empire on secrets. But remember, truth has a way of buying its way in. Then she turned and walked out, leaving him alone in the silence, surrounded by luxury, guilt, and the shattered pieces of his own deception.